Mouse want me to make a prediction in this one. They want to know the predict. I predict it will be 2-1 Mouse. That's going to confuse them because it's a best of 5. Ha 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 ha. Let's see if they can do it. Mouse will qualify for playoffs if they win 3-1 or better. RCD will qualify for playoffs if they lose 2-3 or win. But neither are out if other things happen just yet. We'll have to wait and see. But I think like Mouse are going to have a really hard time today. This is a tough team that they're against. We've already seen one RLRS team sweep their group NLE in Group A, but this will be just as impressive if RCD can sweep Group D. Mouse have hit a good run of form recently, playing well in RLCS this weekend, and before that taking down Rec in TEI. They left a hole at the back there though. That was almost in from one end of the field to the other. It's going to be so interesting to see how Mouse try to deal with the mechanical ability off RCD. Their early reads on bounces, their quick aerial plays. Well, so far not so well, as Samway easily disposes of Scrub, I think it was. Just faster. Too quick. And that is on the goal line. RCD again, nearly getting the first goal. They've had the best 2 chances so far. Mouse getting away with both of them. And that's a warning. They know now. But these guys are legit, even if they didn't think so beforehand, which obviously they should. They just need to take a look at the standings and the past results in this tournament to know that RCD are the real deal. Let's see if RCD can keep it together here. You know, if they do win in another Game 5, that would be impressive. I've been impressed by this team's mentality as well as their mechanical ability. People talk about Rocket League being all about the brains and the mechanics, but there is that third element which, you know, kind of ties into brains a little bit, but not entirely, because you do have some players who are really smart in how they play the game, but they just don't have the solid mentality, the best comeback potential. They don't, you know, feel confident at the right times and respect their opponents all the time. But hey, Mouse better respect RCD because they've taken a 1-0 lead here. Samway, first up for this ball. Nobody else even thinking about going up for it. And that's top corner. Mouse in trouble already. RCD just need to get the 2 wins in this series and they're in to the playoffs. Of course, they want to do one better. They want to win this group. They want to sweep the group. They want to send the RLCS teams that they're going to run into in the playoffs a message. And I mean, right now that message is loud and clear. You have to prepare for RCD. Speed into the middle, State gets it clear. Coxer decides to bring it down. Could be thinking about a pinch there. He does have the ball past 2, in fact, and now Scrubkill a 1v1 with Tox, and he puts it past him. Coxer takes 2 RCD players out of the game on the wall. I'm not sure why Samway and Stake were up there both at the same time and lunging in awkwardly. But Mouse will take it. And there's no player that you'd rather have in that position 1v1 than Scrub. He has been playing a lot of the ones game mode recently and having success against a lot of the best players in the world. He is getting back up to form after falling out of it for a while. But that was a strange misplay from RCD. This would have been a very unusual misplay to see from just about any team these days. Everybody flopping forward at a risky ball simultaneously. Cuxer to Scrub, back to Cux, who's had to pop that pretty directly at the goal. The return pass could have been more in front of Cux, and I'm sure he would have worked with it more easily. But it's good to see Mouse passing the ball. This is one of the things that makes them exciting to watch. Not just their individual ability, but the way that you can connect them all together and see great combinations of skill. Cuxer decides not to continue that aerial after Speed calls him off it. Stake to the top right corner. Gets a block, but it does go out wide. Samway in the middle to Tox. It's a high ball. Tox couldn't get on the end of it. The speed awaits in the middle. See what Scrub's got in store. Ceiling shot, air dribble by Scrub. Doesn't go too far. Huxer meets Samway, the center of the field. Mouse are very comfortable actually dealing with the speed for the most part of RCD. There was a 1 or 2 uncontested aerials early in the game, but now everything is being met pretty early. Speed's awkwardly off the goal line here. Luckily a 50-50 didn't go straight over his head. And the final few moments of the match is Mouse, who are making progress here. They started off shaky, but now they're looking a bit better in the matchup. Matchup that they really need to do well in. Huxer up early. That was a great shot to the bottom corner, but it's saved well by Samway. Still Mouse coming forward. Huxer and Scrub waiting at the back to see what can happen here. What a pass by Scrub. Huxer denied by Samway again. He's had a great close to the game here in defense. Stick even got a shot on target to finish off the game. Overtime game 1. A game 1 that's more desperately needed for Mouse. If they lose this one, they'll have to win 3 in a row in order to guarantee their qualification to the playoffs. And that's not going to be easy against a team like RCD. Huxer with a huge dunk, and it's gone in off Tox. A forced error for sure, but still so unfortunate for RCD. It's bounced off the bar and into Tox's car and crossed the line immediately afterwards. What a win for Mouse. They did not look comfortable early in the game, but it's actually the fact that they slowed down the pace of it that worked in their favor. And maybe they can turn this into a series win that they so desperately need. Not sure what happened to all the fans here. Sorry about the silence. Bit awkward. There they are. That's a great game for Mouse. It's exactly what they needed. They struggled against their other RLRS competition in this group, but they're not struggling now. Speed to Cux to the back of the net. And that's a great knock on by Speed. He's pre-flipped into this one, and the extra touch on the ball took it away from the last defender. Fantastic pass by Speed, and as well by Cux to bring him into the play in the first place. Now Mouse will no doubt try to get the sweep. They want to send themselves into the playoffs in emphatic fashion. Get a rare win for RLCS in this tournament. Samway forward to Tox. He's knocked it on. Still in the middle. Stakes up for it. Saved well by Cux. It's been phenomenal so far for Mouse. That's a really awkward pass for RCD to deal with. Cux is even messing with the follow-up as well. I really like that Cux takes the ball up the wall there rather than round the corner. It's just harder for the defense to efficiently clear. A lot of boost has to be invested to get up to that ball when it's so far away from the wall. That's why Cux has decided to keep it up high like that. Speed, last man back, keeps this ball in offense for Mouse. Scrub just demoing everybody right now. RCD playing some of their slowest Rocket League that they've played all tournament long. You can't move when you're dead, and that's a Scrub philosophy. One way that he's figured out to keep them out of the game. Samway down to Stake. Pre-flip center. Up to Tox. It's that third man commitment that you love to see from RCD. Stake with a flip reset. Mind games it, but it looks like he didn't have the dodge available. Otherwise that would have been a shot on target. Still though, RCD creating chances. They're passing well. It's a great interception though by Speed. RCD have got to be careful, because if they just keep walking the ball forward like they are, it can become predictable at times. 1, 2, 3 passing plays are good, but they're even better when they're disguised as shots and long clears and just intentions hidden in any way. Oh, that's a great save by Scrub. The ball's still on the goal line. Samway puts it in. How did Scrub keep this initial shot out? He's done really well. Excellent work by Stake actually to keep the ball in the middle. Didn't look like much was going to happen when it hugged the corner wall. Samway was there to bury it when it rolled back into the center. And this could be so interesting. I was saying earlier, if we go to a 2-1 score in favor of Mouse in this series, these two teams will then be playing Game 4 to decide who auto-qualifies to the playoffs. And who has to wait until tomorrow to find out if they do. It looks like we very easily could be headed in that direction. Mouse would rather get this one over and done with without going down that route. Speed up quickly for this. Matched and actually dunked on by Samway. Something you would expect from RCD. Scrub and Cucks have some time in the back corner. They decide who's going to take this one clear. Recovery there by Scrub. He's been dispossessed and his team were not able to follow up. Tox not able to get a dunk on Cucks' clear. Speed knocks it back into the middle. Cucks with a little tip on, but it's going to be RCD's ball again. Still, RCD are switching between modes here. They're either looking for passes only, or they're going for hard clears only. It was all passes a moment ago, and now it's everything is just getting sent long and away from the Mouse players. They start mixing it up a little bit, and Mouse are going to have a much harder time reading them. That's a great center. Tox is shot down by Speed though. Now it's time for Mouse to come forward. Samway needed a double to get that one away from danger. Cucks goes low at the near post. Samway blocks him well. Very tricky play by Cucks. Scrub gets the ball past 2. Now Speed has some space. He has options as well. Look how early Tox is up for him though. That really takes away a lot of Speed's options. The fact that he's being challenged so quickly. And it takes the flip reset away from him, and it takes away any kind of slow ceiling shot that he could have possibly had in mind. Scrub kill up. Controls the ball on the back wall. Pre-flips to get it past 1. Into the middle. Towards Speed. It's a good challenge though again by Tox, who's doing a lot of work right now for RCD. And oh, that's almost the game winner for Steak. Top shelf. Saved by the crossbar. Mouse starting to taste this pace of RCD. Samway off the post. Tox denied from close range. And that was so close again for RCD to seal the deal in the final few seconds. Ball's in their end now though. Steak and Speed are head to head. Looks like we might play this one out in a 2v2. No, somebody's broken the head to head. Looks like it might have been Steak as he's next up on the play. And he might benefit from it. It's off the bar. 2 defenders commit. Into overtime we go. A little bit unfortunate that RCD couldn't get the win in regulation. Unfortunate for them, fortunate for Mouse, because they definitely fumbled. But Mouse have got a real opportunity here to take control of this game, take control of this group, be the favourites to make it out. After RCD have been dominating since day 1. Speed has a lot of boost to play with here. Thinking about the flip reset. Couldn't get the landing before Samway arrived. Pucks her into the middle towards Scrub, but Steak's up way too fast. Scrub decides to stay back on it. Steak again! Spikes it down low. And it's just too quick by RCD. Samway up so fast for that one. I said Steak initially, but it seemed like I was just predicting the future by accident, because Steak was up fast for the finish. And now they only need one more game, and they are in to the playoffs. It is as simple as that. They're not yet in danger of eliminating Mouse, but they're not far from it. Mouse need 2 to guarantee their qualification in a row now. Rule breaker needs to be disqualified. Who was it? Was it Steak who broke the rule? I didn't see for sure. I think it was Steak. But he wasn't punished for it. He got the winning goal, if it was him. Scrub predicting a 3-1. Of course, he did predict 3-0. That is now out the window. Really well played at the end of that game by RCD. Mouse were all over them initially. But they came back strong from a couple of missed opportunities. Well, that's a backflip by accident though by Steak. He does recover well. But definitely look to Mouse to try and slow this game down again. When RCD are allowed to play as quick as they want. They are such a dangerous team, and I think Mouse did a good job in game 1 denying them the opportunity to get into that kind of rhythm. Mouse, definitely 3 of the most calculated players in the scene, but look at this speed though by RCD. Tox just gets way over the top of Kux here. He's up too fast for him. And although Kux got a piece of it, he couldn't get enough. And then same said for Samway and Scrub on the goal line. It's just a little bit too quick from RCD for Mouse to handle. And this is suddenly an incredibly dangerous position for Mouse. If they do not win this series, then they are going to be out of contention. They will not be able to catch Triple Trouble's game win-loss differential unless they win this one. And unfortunately for them, Reciprocity will actually be the one team who can leapfrog them in the standings. And you know, after they took down Rec earlier in the tournament, they'll be very disappointed to be passed by their RLCS brethren. This group really was the most wide open, although Group B besides TSM was also. RCD look very comfortable right now. They've always got men in reserve. Where is Mao's secret plan going to come from? There's a good shot by Kux, saved well though by Samway on the goal line. Kuxer and Scrub have been jostling for position on the ball quite a bit this series. Hasn't led to any disasters just yet. But there's definitely some communication problems from Mouse in defense. They're not helping each other clear the ball, they're just allowing each other to clear it. Scrub, the light touch forward, but these clears are just not good enough. RCD boxing them in and denying them any real chances on goal. There was one shot by Kux, but it was saved pretty routinely by RCD. Scrub, back pass. That's a double commit by Espanyol. Can Mouse capitalize? They did earlier on one, but they're not going to this time. Samway to stake. This is turning into quite a great combination. And it looks like Mouse might be headed to an extremely difficult road back in the game. Like I said before, they can also qualify for playoffs with a 3-1 win in this series. But at some point, thoughts about qualification are going to go out the window. They're just going to try and think about giving themselves a chance to qualify, which they need to win to do. Speed didn't have his dodge after being airborne for so long. I think it was Godsmilla or Relating Wave who predicted a 3-1 win for RCD. That's looking likely more and more as we go forward in this series. Still 2-0. Still RCD looking the more dangerous. Still RCD looking the more threatening. And also the more consistent. That's the best pass we've seen from Mouse. What a save by Samway. And Mouse must be scratching their heads now. What do they have to do to get the ball into the blue net? That is a crazy good save by Samway to react in time to keep that one out, but also to get it into a safe spot while doing so. Nothing short of astounding. And this is going to put Mouse on the brink. After starting off the tournament with a 3-0 loss to TT, you knew it was going to be a hard road ahead. They redeemed themselves somewhat by 3-1ing Rec, but now RCD are handing them another death sentence. And Mouse, they are in trouble. They have not looked capable of stopping RCD from scoring. At least not this game in the last. And RCD have been denying them everything. They've been keeping the ball out of the net with great saves, but more importantly than that, they're shutting down Mouse offense before they even get out of their half. It's great rotation, great touches on the ball by RCD. It's not all speed and hard hits for them. They're playing keep away really well. Mouse can't even create a chance on net here. And whenever they do, there's someone ready to stop them. That's going to be game 3 to RCD. They're going to book their spot in the playoffs right here, right now. And Mouse are on the brink. If they don't win the next 2 games, then they are out of contention in this group. You know, right now, it's not looking like this series is headed that way. They don't look like the favorites to win the next 2 games at all. The 3-0 loss to Triple Trouble, you knew it might come back to bite them if they ended up in a tiebreaker with anybody, but especially with TT. You know, any 3-way tie for Mouse is going to be a disaster with a 0-3 on your record. But what a result this is going to be for RCD. It's already a great result. They've made it through an extremely tough group, and now they're just playing for a guaranteed first seed. They can make sure that that happens with a win against Mouse today. The Mouse are going to try and stay in the tournament now. They need to win 2 in a row to stay alive. Let's see if they can make it happen. Good start so far. Speed. Ends up ahead of the ball on the air dribble. Does fall towards Cuxer though. There's no denying that the quality of striking of the ball has been better for RCD today. It's not just about getting there quickly. When they get there, they're making their touches count. But Mouse have had creativity at moments. They were impressive in game 1. It was a really good start to the game there as the ball came center on an open net. But those kind of chances have been few and far between. RCD are looking impressive. Look at that by Tox. Almost what we said, double touch from close range. A nice scrub kill on the counter attack. He's denied by Tox and a quick recovery. There have been a few double commits from RCD that Mouse can try to look out for. They're not playing a flawless game by any means. Cuxer sends the ball high into the blue half. It's actually relatively open for Speed. 2-0. Mouse do punish one of those double commitments to the ball. This isn't so much a simultaneous double commit, but Tox and Samway just in the same position here. And although they both made contact with the ball, they couldn't get it clear. Either one of those touches were super effective. That's exactly what Mouse needed. They needed to catch a break in the onslaught that was happening. They're just hoping now that RCD have secured their qualification to the next round, that maybe they'll let off the gas a little bit. They'll give Mouse a chance to come back in this series. Oh dear though, Speed has completely missed the ball. Luckily for him, it's hit the post. Now that overhead should have been pretty easy for Speed. Talks with another flip reset mind game. This one is saved by Scrub Killer. Hard read by Cux on the infield. He's up early as well. Not a bad position for him to be in. I think it's wise that Mouse are sitting back on these plays. They don't need to go forward in the hunt for a 3rd goal. Their defense hasn't been completely outclassed by RCD today. They've just been letting goals through every now and then. But with half the game to go and already a 2-goal lead intact, they're just trying to play this one out as safely and as consistently as possible. Talked a lot about the respect that Mouse have to show to RCD today. Well, they certainly do now. Behind in the series, fighting for their tournament life. Cuxer is certainly a player who knows how to fight back from behind. He's done plenty of that in the past, whether it be by himself or with his teams that he's been a part of. Speed with a bit of a panic clear there, straight down the middle, hoping for the best. And then Samway into the middle. Good win on the aerial race by Speed, but these clears from Mouse are not doing them any favours. The ball just keeps coming back into the danger area. Luckily for them, RCD have not had a favourable 50-50 to play with just yet. Accidental mind game there by Samway, I think, as he got the ball past Cuxer. Speed and Scrub Killer tie up, but looks like Cux has everything on lockdown in the final third. Great speed by Cux off the wall. Cux was no slouch to that ball, and Cux still beats him to it. This is interesting to see the veteran players actually beating RCD at their own game right now. When you thought that RCD were just going to continue to dominate with aerial speed in the final third. Several times. Speed, then Cucks, and now Scrub just being too quick for them. Just, you know, reminding RCD that they're not just going to be able to win this one based on their mechanics alone. They need to play a smart series from here if they want to finish the group undefeated. Best game for Mouse so far, by far. They might get in trouble here. Oh, well played. Cucks runs away from the demo into the top of the goal, and he comes out with an interception that Speed can put into the open net. That's just brilliant by Cucks. He was having to deal with a lot of things at the same time there, but he did well. And this is the most one-sided game that I've seen. It's ended up in an RCD loss. They've been dominating when they've won, and they've been keeping games close when they've lost. Now, Mouse really beat them pretty badly in this fourth game. Keep their tournament alive. They still need one more. Remember, RCD have qualified for the playoffs already. They're just playing for seeding at this point. Mouse are trying to give themselves a chance to qualify. Since I know a lot of people are going to be curious as to what this now looks like for Mouse. They're going to be 2-1 in game or in series win-loss if they win this series. Same as RCD. RCD will have a superior game win-loss differential, therefore finish ahead of them. And the only team that will be able to catch up to Mouse in the standings is Triple Trouble. But any win for Triple Trouble in the reciprocity matchup tomorrow would put them ahead of Mouse. So with the way things are, Mouse need to win this next game, and then they need reciprocity to beat Triple Trouble tomorrow if they are going to qualify into the playoffs from this group. The other thing to note is that if Mouse win this game, then reciprocity are out. They will be completely eliminated from Group D before they even play their last game. That is pretty crazy. It's partly due to RCD dominating the group, but also thanks to Triple Trouble putting in a great 3-0 win over Mouse when they played them. Mouse don't like positioning the goal line. It's so interesting to watch the differences in styles that these teams have when they're positioning to defend shots. Mouse like to be outside the goal. They like to wait for the ball to come across overhead, whereas teams like Barcelona, they like to be in the goal. At least Flakes does. It's a very stylistic thing, and you know, neither one of them is necessarily right or wrong. I can tell you for a fact though, the easier position to be in is inside the goal, so if you're trying to improve your Rocket League game, that's probably the way to go. But these guys are playing at the absolute highest level. They can make these overhead reads and aerials to clear the ball without any issue, even if it is directly above them. But it's still worth mentioning that Mouse are making life difficult for themselves. If the ball does go overhead quickly, they're usually going to have a pretty awkward read to make, and so far so good in that regard. You never know, maybe that's going to come back to haunt them later on in this series. Must-win game for Mouse. Stake waits downfield. Denied any part of that play by Cucks as Samway just jumps past the ball. That's the first sign of nerves coming in for RCD. Last game was mostly forced mistakes that Mouse were making, or rather RCD making the mistakes, Mouse forcing them. And now maybe RCD are starting to blunder without Mouse having much interference in the matter. 2 minutes in and it's all Mouse at the moment. Scrub Killer demos the last man. Cucks tries to go underneath Samway. He's got Speed to help him out here. Speed runs right into Tox's challenge. Still, Mouse are keeping the ball active in the enemy end here. Samway, after respawning, gets the ball clear down the middle. Scrub a bit too slow to it. Speed is going to help him out. Oh, that's a great knock-on by Scrub. Speed decides to cut across for it. Cuxer waits at the back for his opportunity to join the attack. It's all Mouse in game 5. Scrub Killer air dribbles over one. Stake knocks it to the side. Speed actually showing a lot of respect for Stake's sidewall read there. Went for the block after initially flying off for a direct hit on the ball. 2 minutes to go in the game. Can RCD secure the top seed in the group? Can they lock it in with one more win? Will Mouse keep their qualification dreams alive? Comes with an accidental double touch to clear. Scrub Killer stays with it. Huge hit to knock the ball long for RCD once again as Samway looks for Tox in the middle. It's back to Samway. He's 1v1 with Scrub, but loses control. Scrub Killer dunks it underneath one. Speed's backed off all the way. That's going to allow RCD some breathing room here. Samway gets in the way of Speed. Cuxer didn't want to rush at that ball. He would have got stuck on the wall if he tried to jump there. He's decided to play it safe, play it slow. Tox a little bit out of position here, but he's back in it quickly before the ball reaches him. Only a minute and 10 left to play after a very comfortable game number 4. Mouse are having to work hard for this one. They're having to look long and hard for where the goal is going to come from. RCD showing that they're willing and ready to defend for extended periods of time. And at no point does it look like Mouse's life is going to get any more difficult. RCD have brilliant back corner boost control under pressure. 40 seconds left. RCD trying to eliminate Mouse from a good tension. Scrub Killer keeps them in it. And now he's got a chance to go all the way himself. He's challenged early by Samway. Scrub Killer had to make a move on that ball quick. Cuxer follows up. It's Stake to the save in the bottom corner. 25 seconds remaining, and although the shots are coming in for Mouse from left, right and centre, RCD are hanging on. The counter-attack does look dangerous. With a team who can hit the ball this hard, you have to always be wary of that. 10 remaining. Now RCD get an opportunity in offense. This is so awkward for Scrub. He's put himself in a tricky spot here, but the ball doesn't come across. Cuxer last man, backflips by accident, but the ball just goes across harmlessly. And into overtime we go. Mouse need a goal to stay alive in Group D. RCD will try to get this to secure the top seed in the group, to finish undefeated. Cuxer knocks it middle to Speed. It looks like it's gone over the top of everybody. Nobody saw the extra touch coming. Scrub Killer has an uncontested takeoff. Tox is up early though, and that's brilliant interference by Tox. He's not given Scrub time to get the play set up that he wants in that position. Oh, it's off the bar, and Cuxer follows up. Speed has just done to RCD what they've been doing to them all day long. Fantastic aerial to set up Cux for the open net. And that was over the top of an RCD defender. Phenomenal stuff by Mouse. They were completely up against it here, but they are not done yet. They hand RCD their first series defeat in I think 15 series or something ridiculous. I'm going to check that for you guys. But RCD, between TEI and RLRS, are on an unbelievable streak. I don't know if all of the Wikipedia matches are included. But yeah, I see at least 10 in a row. Wikipedia. Somebody told me it was 15, but either way, Mouse just put an end to that streak. They beat them after coming back from behind. And that keeps Mouse alive in this group. They are not yet eliminated. I mean, they're now looking at their RLCS brothers' reciprocity to take down the one team who can eliminate Mouse from this position. That is Triple Trouble. Triple Trouble, of course, beat Mouse 3-0, giving Mouse one of the worst possible win-loss records for any tiebreakers. And that is why they're now in such an awkward position. But let me just give the bracket a refresh so you guys can see what's happening. And then Mouse are going to come on Discord and we'll have a chat to them about that match and about their prospects going forward. But you can see there the predicament that they have over here in Group D. Mouse are ahead of Triple Trouble in the standing, but if Triple Trouble beat Reciprocity by any score at all, then the win-loss differential will be better for TT, so Mouse will be out. Simple as that. But if Reciprocity, who are now eliminated as a result of this match, if they beat Triple Trouble by any score, then Mouse will go on. They will go through. So, yeah, Scrub's going to have to ask Fruity a favor here, because Reciprocity, after 2 games, are already eliminated. But that game is so important. There is still all to play for in Group D. How about that? RCD are not yet locked in as number 1 seed as well. If Triple Trouble win by any score, they top the group, by the way. They just finish first, as simple as that. They don't just overtake Mouse, they overtake RCD as well. So Triple Trouble are trying to play for the top seed, which would be huge, because the difference between top seed and second seed in Group D is playing Endpoint or Veloce in the first round of the playoffs. And that's been, a team that most teams are trying to avoid right now, Veloce. So very interesting stuff. Right, let me pull in Speed, Scrub, and Leth. We're going to interview them about that game and see what they've got to say for themselves. Let me just get out of Rocket League so that noise goes away. Hello, boys.
Hi there. Cookie's Dragon as well.
Oh, Cux, is this him in the AFK?
Yeah, that is him.
Oh. We got Cux there as well.
That's not him, is it?
Hello?
Should be.
Is that Cux?
Hello.
It is Cux. Oh my goodness.
Hello.
The echo
Can I just
microphone.
say before this interview starts, apparently chat said I fucking broke this rule 1.
Oh,
no, I
mate.
didn't.
Well, you broke
No,
another
I
rule
didn't.
there.
That was 100% stake.
I said it was steak, actually. I said I think it was
me,
him.
was
He tried
not
to make
me.
a scoring opportunity off that break too. So it was
Yeah, he almost got it.
It was very good. I didn't expect it. Like
No, it
that
wasn't
clear
good.
went over me because I thought it was a 2v2. It was very good.
So,
Well, I called 2v2, but
so guys,
Oh, yeah.
you could have guaranteed qualification today with a 3-1 win. Or
Yeah.
3-0.
yeah, rub it in more, Johnny. Rub it
What
in
happened?
more.
Where did it
Okay,
all go
so-
wrong?
So, the first game was a bit, wishy-washy. I would feel like we were trying to sort out what they were doing with the rotation. I've been watching their games the last few days, just trying to figure out what their game plan is. But the first game we kind of just had a feeler, so we ended up getting the win there. But the second game, we started to realize that they sit really, really far back, and we were just panicking a little bit too much. Like this team, I feel like it's really different to the RLCS teams we've been playing and scrimming against. Like they make a really good set play and they have really good backboard plays because of the fact that they have all their 3 players like integrated on their defensive side. But with our clears, we need to make sure we kept it really, really close. Oh yeah, Cooks is sick, by the way. He says he has a flu, but I don't know if it's like.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
did.
sure if it's corona or
I thought you were just complimenting his play there for a second.
Oh, he is. I think all 3 of them played really well together. The communication's improving every week. I really like to see like the gradual improvement. And with RLCS LAN not happening this season, it's kind of a good thing for us because it gives us 2 seasons to fully solidify ourselves when we go to a LAN environment. So basically we just didn't throw the ball away on defense. So
yeah, it was very composed. What Cox? What symptoms have you got for your sickness?
How do I translate it? Like I have a bad throat. Like
Oh, you're
hurts.
fine then. That's not coronavirus. Coronavirus
Oh,
doesn't
good.
give you a sore throat. Coronavirus just gives you like coughing and
Which
like
I do.
fever.
I have. So.
yeah, you kind of you're not likely to have coronavirus if you have a sore throat.
No, I know. I'm not worried at all.
Yeah, you're good.
Scrub.
You've just been inside gaming all the time. You're good. Anyway, yeah, I did want to ask you, Cox, because we didn't talk to you about the previous matches in the group either. Yeah, what's been your experience with Group D so far, playing Triple Trouble, Rec, RCD? Did it go as expected?
I didn't expect Triple Trouble to be like they were. Like they were unreadable, and the way they were bumping, I've never seen like a team like that. It was uncomfortable. Other than that, like I expected to win against Rec because we were playing very well that day. And as for today, I didn't know this team, but I knew that they were fast because I meet them in ranked like
They're
a
good
few
players.
times. So I knew how they would play, but I didn't expect them to be as fast.
Is it
We
only
could
the
get
speed that's a problem with RCD, or is there other things as well?
It's mainly the speed. They're always their
They're
mechanic.
good at their dribbling, I think. Like they make extra touches. Like
They're mechanically very good, I would say.
Other than that, no. Like once you figure out that they are just trying to beat you to the ball, you can just like wait.
yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, they were on a pretty good win streak. I think 10 series at least between RLRS and this tournament and other tournaments as well. But now you guys have ended it, so
I mean,
maybe
they are very good.
yeah, they've
just,
been doing very well.
It was just recognizing that it was recognizing to only go when their touches were actually going to be painful for us, because half the time they were just trying to beat us, and any other thing that we did, like if we would have gone, they would have got a win off us. But if we wouldn't have gone, then
Yeah, like the one.
anything.
I'd say the one case that is the one where like Scrub and Cooks both got beat by. I don't know if it was Zamway or somebody, but it bounced off the ceiling.
Zamway?
Isn't it Zamway?
Samway is pronounced Samway. I hear.
It's Zamway.
Yeah, Spanish name.
It's Zamway. It's an accent aigu, but apparently these guys don't know what accent aigu is.
Samway.
I mean, pretty sure it's Zamway, but
Yeah, it's Zamway. Yeah.
Samway. Okay.
yeah.
Trayvon's
okay.
at the accents again.
Ask the Mediterranean guy.
accent. Kate Kona. Okay, anyway.
Cake Corona.
Saw King Spectre put a Kate Kona. Never mind.
Anyway, I've forgotten entirely what we were talking about, but yes, you guys have a chance to qualify for playoffs. You need Rec to beat you need Rec to beat TT tomorrow for that to happen. So is there anything you want to tell to?
Listen,
What are you telling Fruity Ferris Chaussette? Or are you going to bargain at all for this?
Play well.
Oh, that's not the
I'm gonna
motivation that they need,
PayPal.
man.
I'm sorry, Fruity, you're a brilliant player. I love you. We were former teammates once. Remember that? We teamed together. So I carried you for like a good 3 months. Can you do it for one series?
Oh man, you're really bad at this, dude. You're so bad at encouraging him to win for you. This is they're gonna have the opposite effect.
Okay,
I
okay.
think you're gonna
Right,
feel
right,
inspired. That's what it's gonna be.
Fruity, if you throw right, we're gonna win the whole tournament, and I'll give you a little slice of the pie.
That's more effective. Than
Yeah,
actually.
I'll pay for all three of you to come watch us at the next LAN.
You're
Wait a
you're
minute.
actually the worst at this.
Wait, was that not how it goes?
I mean, if you don't know Speed by now, he's literally like 100% sarcasm. So don't expect anything serious.
No, I'm not.
What do you mean? He's telling the truth, and the truth only.
Yeah,
Right.
that was truthful. I will pay for his ticket if for when he doesn't make. I mean, what?
Yep. See, there it is again. Well, anyway, I think we're wasting your time at this point.
Nah, it's fine. We're good. We're finished the 5-game day. I don't know how, but we're done.
Oh, this is the last one. Yeah,
Yeah, this is the last one. I was gonna say though about RLCS, you guys have still got 3 games to play. It's gonna be a big last week for you guys. I've just had a look at the standings. So you play Vitality, then you have Endpoint and Barca to finish off.
Yeah.
So it's still possible that you can lock in. What are you aiming for? Like the 3rd, 4th seems to be the one that everybody just wants to make sure they get.
Nah, top two.
Top 2. I
Winning
guess, yeah,
is
you can do some
nothing
damage
else,
to
nothing
Vitality.
else.
All right, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Three-o,
As long as we
three-o.
beat Vitality 3-1, then it's actually in our hands.
Really?
Well, 3-0. I want 3-0.
I mean, yeah, we want 3-0. But so long as we do that, like it is in our
That's
hands
interesting.
because of our ridiculous win rate right now.
That is true, but we need our team to lose at least 2 games.
Nope.
You sure?
Yep. Our win rate.
Velucci enters the chat.
Yeah, but I think Vitality is at like +10 or +9.
Yeah, but so long as we beat them, then we're fine.
Ah, okay.
That's
Because I
interesting.
believe Dig plays Veloce or something like that. Oh, we might need Dig to lose. That's a fair. point.
Yeah.
That's very
Right, well,
interesting.
Freaky man, go beat Dig. Thank you.
Thank you, Freaky. That'd be lovely.
Don't know if he's capable, but maybe.
Man, you guys don't really motivate your these teams to help you out at all. It's like the least motivating advice I've ever heard. But yeah, we just have to watch and wait, I guess. So tomorrow, Rec versus TT. I know you want Rec to win, but do you believe that they can?
Purposes
Well,
of this.
wanting
yes.
something and believing something's.
I think they are the better team on their day. So yeah.
See, Cox is good at this. He's actually motivating them to win. That was really good.
Go Fruity.
There we go.
Just
But yeah, congrats,
you,
guys.
get Chaussette to go 1v3 mode.
That's not helpful at all. But I mean, it is. But
No,
it
that
is.
will, okay, that will motivate Chaussette, right?
It will, yeah. Actually, maybe it's
Chaussette's,
somewhat helpful.
like, very valuable.
Indeed, yeah. Okay, all right, that's not
So-
entirely
so-
bad advice.
I mean, are some of these teammates like old teammates of each other? Like they know Bluey, right? So am I
yeah,
wrong?
Bluey and
Yeah, PSG,
Rec.
right?
That's a lot of history.
yeah,
actually.
it's a lot of history. So I mean, isn't like I don't know if they just like shut down Bluey, maybe I don't know.
Bump Bluey.
Yep.
That's the strats. Oh, there's
Oh
Bluey.
my
Hello,
God.
Bluey.
Look
You
at
weren't
Daniel in the
lying.
chat.
Yeah, but it doesn't
RCD's
matter if you know them if you're dead, Bluey. Okay.
RCD actually had a 15
15,
series winning
15.
streak.
Was it
Yeah,
actually
they had
15?
Yeah.
Man.
Christ.
What was the other 5? Because on Wikipedia it was only showing 5. Or maybe is it results I click on?
I don't know.
No.
Wikipedia's just said
Well,
15.
that's good
so-
for us. We broke.
Oh
a
no,
15
wait,
win
no,
streak.
they've actually added more matches to the history. Oh yeah, they have 15 series win streak. Wow.
Christ.
It was like crushing everybody.
Except for
3 of those wins were over triple trouble. If only you guys knew how to do that.
If only.
Ha.
Ha ha ha!
Hey, you might actually no, you can't. You can't both qualify, so unfortunately you won't get a chance to revenge against triple trouble in this tournament. But maybe if they qualify for RLCS
Well,
next season.
We'll see them in the relegation tournament.
Yeah, or the relegation tournament. I wasn't going to say that. but
0% chance. I'm joking.
No, technically, I checked it. 0.01.
Is there one world where you guys go relegations?
Well,
way.
no, in that world. It might
We
just
have to
come
go
through.
03, 03, 03 and have about 800 results go the other way.
That's
we could end up
hilarious.
eighth.
It's possible.
That's what happened last season, right? So
It's actually possible.
So that's too
Okay,
soon.
Scrub, that was still too soon.
Yeah, that's still too soon. I don't think we ever talk about that ever
That
again.
was like 5 months ago. Too soon.
Boys,
Please wait until 2021.
I'm going to leave you to. It was a great series today. Congratulations again. Best of luck tomorrow with the results that you're completely out of control of.
Thank you. I love you, Fruity.
that's what you need to say. Yeah,
I will stop having sex with your mum if you want.
Oh my days.
And
Speed, what
thanks
is
again for
wrong
hosting the
with
tournament.
you?
Oh, sorry.
Oh
Right.
my goodness.
Bye,
All right.
guys.
Bye, everybody. What is wrong with Speed, man? Oh, he's like the least motivating person I've ever met. Like if I'm Rec right now, I want to lose because you can eliminate Speed from the tournament. Oh man, getting Speed in a post-match interview is actually the worst thing that Mouse have done for their chances, I think.